Hey, friends, welcome to the Empowered Homes Podcast. The purpose of this podcast is to grow strong families by giving you resources to win at home. I'm joined today in studio by my pal, Meg.
Hey, friends.
And we got two special guests. Meg, I'll let you introduce your guest first, and I'll introduce my guest.
Yes. Well, I am so excited to be in the studio with my husband, Joe Landi.
Yes.
He's my favorite guy.
Oh, good.
My best friend.
Mm-hmm. Better be.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
So glad to have you.
And I am joined by my better half, my bride, Jenn Cooley.
Hey.
And super excited. So we wanted to get our spouses in here to talk about marriage and just really kind of have a candid, open conversation just about who we are and how things work. Because the beauty of Empowered Homes, we try to be pretty transparent and open and tell stories about what's going on. And we also have a lot of practical resources. And people say, that sounds good in theory, but how does that actually play out in your marriage? So we wanted to get our spouses in here, Meg, and actually talk about a few things. But we also wanted for the audience to kind of get to know us a little bit. So, Joe, to put you on the spot.
Oh, man.
Okay. How long have you been married?
We've been married. We're coming up on 20 years.
Ooh,
August 26th. The big 2-0. We were
So
married
19
August.
years. We've
We're
been
married
married 19
years.
to
Okay,
actually
coming
answer
up
the question.
on August.
And you got the actual
I'm
date
rounding
right.
up. I'm rounding up.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
excited.
it's actually more likely that he'll know the date and the number of years than I will.
Yes. Yeah.
So that information does not stay in my brain.
Yeah.
She was asked how long we had been married when we had been married like 2 years. And she's like, we've been married like 4 years. And I was like, honey, we've been married 2 years.
It just
so
felt so
I've
long.
always been able to. Whatever, dude.
It's dog years.
Yeah, exactly. She's counting dog years, literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about it?
Every year, actually 7.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
Basically, that's our marriage summed up in a moment. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Meg, how'd y'all meet?
Ooh, we met in college, and we say that it was the only reason that we went to the particular college that we went was to meet each other. And I was a year older than Joe in school, and I played softball and he played baseball. So his big joke is that we hit it off.
We hit it off.
Everybody's laughing, I'm sure, on the other end of this.
You hit it off.
However, we did not hit it off.
No.
Because I was practicing softball, I was practicing pitching, and he, the first time I ever encountered him, tried to come and trade places with my catcher. And I was very seriously practicing.
She was
and
focused.
he was just in my space.
Seems about right.
She was focused on softball. I was focused on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was annoying. And so at first I thought you were really annoying for a year, I think, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Still.
But it worked out well, a little bit still. But we met in college, and then you started showing up everywhere I was.
Everywhere.
Some would call that a stalker.
Yeah, I was a Facebook stalker before there was Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I worked in the gym, and you started working in the gym. I became a line judge for volleyball. You became a line judge for volleyball.
I was a terrible line
just-
judge.
yeah.
'Cause you stand in the corners of the court.
Do you have your little flag?
Yes.
I had a little flag. We had little flags and everything. She'd be on one corner, I'd be on the other, and I'm not watching the game. I'm looking at her, and so I'm blowing calls all the time. So it was
It was
bad.
the worst job.
I'm
to
surprised
be
they didn't
paid
fire me after that.
$5
Yeah.
for terrible job. Anyway,
Yeah.
but eventually you did ask me out,
I did.
and we went out. Our first date was to Panera.
Panera Bread.
Ooh, fancy.
I know, right? I mean, he was a big spender.
Yeah.
And we saw a
We're all
scary movie.
gluten-free. Bread,
Anyway.
cheese, everything.
And we saw a scary movie, and that's a story for another time.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing left. That's a quick thing. But anyway, how about you guys?
Yeah. So we've been married for 18 years, coming up 19 this August. August what, Jen?
10th.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I am. I am, sure.
August 10th.
Very sure.
So we have kind of a confusing, we get it mixed up because we were supposed to be on August 11th.
A Saturday.
A Saturday, August 11th.
In 2007.
2007. But we were planning everything, going through everything.
And then the coordinator that was at our venue quit, got fired, something happened. We don't know. Anyway, she took our deposit in our file and was never to be seen again.
Oh.
So when I was like, hey, I think we should be hearing something, they're like, we have no record of you.
Oh,
goodness.
So
Yeah.
then it's April.
yikes.
Scrambling.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
It worked out. We got married at a different venue.
So all of our invitations, everything said 11.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
We're going just a day early.
So how did you notify everyone? You're just like,
Well, we hadn't sent out that
Oh, you
the
haven't
invitations
sent
yet.
out.
We had a reprint.
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
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 That's
So,
fun. Off to a
Is it
great
white
start.
out?
Yeah.
Marriage was off
So-
to a great start.
Yeah. It was
Change that
Yeah.
1 to a 0. Just
Yes. But how did you meet?
oh.
so yeah.
Yeah.
You
Another
wanna-
stalking situation.
So
Yeah.
Hey, we got that one coming.
I
It's a
played
strategy.
So
You were the stalker?
I was.
Let's go.
Hey.
so I played
know what we
sports.
like.
Let's go.
I played sports. I played football. Jen did not play football. So
Or sports.
for sports. But fall semester freshman year, every Wednesday we had to go to study hall. Like no questions asked. Every freshman you have to go to study hall. But once you get a certain GPA, you can opt out of study hall. In spring of freshman year, I had just barely enough to not have to go to study hall on Wednesday nights. And so one of, I guess not my roommate, but one of the guys that lived down the hall invited me to Bible study. And so that's where we met.
Yeah.
You can take it from here.
And then he asked me what grade I was in. And I
Yeah.
said 13th grade. And then I walked away.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, good job. I didn't know what to say. I was like,
Yeah.
what grade are you in?
But then that was like at the beginning of Bible study.
Yeah.
And I was like, this Yahoo, who's he just showing up?
Mm-hmm.
So then, like, through Bible study, I was like, oh, he's not terrible.
Yeah. I said profound things.
You did.
Interacted in conversation.
Yes. His hat broke in the middle of
It did.
conversation. I
Yep.
remember that.
Oh.
Yeah. So then I guess I figured out that you were friends with all my friends.
Yeah. So here's what I like to say. It's like, when you buy a new car and you start to see that model everywhere,
Yes.
like it's like, oh man, there's a lot of these cars around.
Yeah.
So like after we met, I was like, I'd leave class. I've been in that class for weeks and like, oh my gosh, Jen's here. And then I'd be at the library and studying with friends. I'm like, oh, Jenn is here.
Wow.
How's
Like,
that happening?
I'm now noticing everything.
So weird.
Had a group project that I'm working on
With my roommate.
with a different location. I didn't know it was your roommate at the time, and I knew you are friends. Anyway, so I'm like, I'm seeing this girl everywhere now. This is awesome. You tell him.
I memorized a schedule.
Nice.
She stalked me and,
That's
and
amazing.
followed me around.
There's like, because he was in all of the theology buildings and I was in all of the business buildings. And that's like two completely different ends of campus of our very large Hardin-Simmons campus.
And I'm trying. I can't talk to girls. I'm an idiot. I'm like, oh, what class you in? And
And making stuff.
she's making
Yeah.
stuff
How's
up.
13th grade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, how's that going?
I didn't know you were in this building. What class?
I'm just cutting through.
Yeah.
Wow.
no way
You
to cut
memorized his schedule. Like you stalked him to each class and you knew, or you like found a schedule and memorized
Well,
it?
I just like kind of figured out who had
Yeah.
a class where with him.
okay.
And then I just,
Right.
So my
Positioned
world
yourself.
was football.
yes.
Yeah.
Everything
Needed
was
to be
football.
noticed more.
And then and then I was friends with a lot of these people, but I didn't know that they were all friends with her. And so she was asking all these people that knew me and I had classes with, and she's a private investigator on the side.
That's true. I can
It's
confirm.
kind of scary.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you need to know anything about anyone,
She can
Yeah.
find the things.
She can find.
find it.
Yeah. She needs her own podcast on solving crimes.
True crime, genuinely.
But yeah,
you.
that's how we met. And then there's too many stories. Finally asked her out, got the nerve to be like, hey, you want to go watch a movie? And I was trying to be a good Christian, trying to like, hey, we bring friends and it's just, we'll have like a friend date. And then she's like, absolutely. And so we show up, drove separate, got there. I had some friends. You had some friends. And then the entire school was there because apparently
It was 10-10 movie club. So like
Yeah.
the 10-10 movie on Wednesdays, I think, or Tuesdays, whatever. We would just go see it no matter like what it was. And there were probably like 150 of us at one point.
I didn't even
Whenever-
sit by her.
No, I sat by his friend.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm thinking the
Yes.
whole time, like, this
And
is
I just thought that he knew that everybody went to 10-10 movie club.
because I
but
was
he
all
didn't.
football and now I'm getting into
Yeah.
campus life and
He just thought I was rude.
yeah. But
But
our
everywhere.
official date, just me and you, we went to a very classy
We
establishment.
did. The local Subway.
We went to Subway.
Ooh.
We ate fresh.
We ate fresh.
Yes.
Yeah. I won't tell the rest of that story.
Yeah. Panera Bread and Subway. Let's
Sandwiches.
look at where we've come from.
Sandwiches.
Sandwiches.
Amazing.
So y'all have coming up on 20 years, 19, coming up on 20.
Round up.
Yeah, round up. So we have 18 going on 19. We kind of talk, kids and all that stuff, but let's talk the early years, like early years before kids. What did marriage kind of look like for you guys? What was some struggles and what were some things that really worked for y'all?
Yeah, well, we started our first jobs out of school were business. I worked at a bank, and you worked for Enterprise Rent a Car.
EREC.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know
which
that.
if anyone has ever worked for Enterprise Rent a Car, you
Yeah.
just know,
Yeah.
right? So anyway, all the stories. And then I was doing pitching lessons at night. So
Our first year was easy because we
kind
never
of,
saw
yeah.
each other.
True, we did not, and we were really involved in our church.
Yep.
But we didn't see each other a lot,
We're
and
like
we just thought it was
ships
kind
passing in
of
the-
we thought it was just kind of normal.
Mhm.
So it wasn't bad.
No, wasn't bad at all.
No.
Dinks, dual income, no kids, but we were just trying to grind it, make our living and
Yeah.
do our thing, but we didn't really see each other.
I
don't
know, we
So it wasn't really that hard, honestly.
Yeah.
It really our hardest year is the first year Logan was born.
Yeah.
But we can get to that later. But,
Yeah.
But I mean, the first 4 years we're just chilling, having fun, doing our thing,
Yeah.
trying to pay off bills.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah. Well, and you weren't in ministry yet, so our lives were just very different than
Felt a call for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were just kind of doing a lot at the church. We were working.
And we were being discipled because
Yeah, we were honestly.
you were new Christian
Yeah.
and I was had come back, prodigal daughter kind of thing. And so that was what our lives were.
Yep. It's good.
Yeah. Super sweet. So us early years, so I was in ministry.
But
So
we also got married when we were 21, like right before
yeah.
junior year of college started.
You got
Oh,
married
you
in
did?
college.
In college,
Super
yeah.
forgot about
So
that.
I went to Hardin Simmons. Can I talk about all this?
Yeah.
I went to Hardin Simmons just for 1 year, and I was like, this is not for me. And then I went to cosmetology school in Abilene. So whenever we got married, you were working at a church, and then I was working at a salon
Yeah.
doing hair.
Yeah. So when we got married, I brought her home to
The parsonage.
the parsonage behind the church.
Nice.
It's literally 20 yards from the
So
church.
cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they should bring back the parsonage.
I do too.
It was a good deal. I got paid $152 a week,
Yeah.
but we got a house and bills paid. So
And bills paid that.
Yeah.
And bills paid.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, that's
paid.
why
Yeah.
we got married.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we
'Cause we
had
had
a
a place to live.
We had a place to live. And I mean, that's a long story, but I had already been on my own since I was 17. And so her parents, I think he tried to deter us from getting married so young, but I was like, I'm an adult. Like I've already been paying
Yes.
bills. I'm on my own. Like I got this. And her dad was like, we're not helping you financially. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. And I think the challenge for us, because you were working full time at the salon, same thing. We didn't see each other a whole lot. Super involved in church. I would clean cars at Enterprise as well, Joe, in the mornings.
Nice.
I was also an intern at the BSM, and I did odd jobs and did all kinds of different stuff just for extra income, plus full-time school. And everybody thought we were crazy. I remember, I always kind of have a chip on my shoulder. If someone says I can't do something, I'm like, watch me. And so all of our friends, everybody was like, it's too young. Like, you shouldn't do this. And I was like, watch me.
Yeah.
So, and, we had our struggles. We had our times where our bank account was negative and I'm
Like
yelling at the
pleading
bank.
with the lady on the phone.
For overdraft fees and all that stuff.
You were pleading
Like,
with somebody like me, actually,
Yes.
because I worked at a bank.
I know there's 7 overdraft fees. It's not my fault.
Yes.
I didn't
I know.
know.
And I wanted to waive all of them.
Yes.
My boss was like, no, we need the money.
Yeah.
I hate this job.
Yeah. So we definitely had our struggles, but it was such a sweet time and fun. And we
Yeah.
had our friends. And
I don't
yeah.
regret getting married that young at all. I think we definitely grew into our adult selves together.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
Yeah. So you already mentioned it, but now transition. Like when kids are entered into the picture, marriage change and shifts. What'd that look like for you guys?
Go for it, girl.
Yeah. So I guess, 4 years in?
4 years
We
in.
had Logan.
2010.
And I think it rivals probably the worst year of our marriage, or the most challenging year. I mean, you were
It's
new.
challenging, not worse.
I changed it.
Go ahead.
Changed it. But you were new in ministry, and you loved what you were doing. You were doing youth ministry, and I was at home with the baby, and I was postpartum depressed, and we just didn't even know what hit us. And it was just like you loved what you were doing, and you
Spent a lot of hours
just
at the office.
Yeah, because it was demanding, but also like you're like, this is way more fun than being home with that lady because she's crazy.
It was, but I wish, everyone said to us, your lives are always, you're going to change. When you have kids, your lives are going to change. And I wish they would have been like, yeah, it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
This is going to be really, really hard. And you're going to need, I wish somebody had told me like, hey, your job as husband and dad is to take care of your wife and make sure she is good to go, because she's going to be tied to this baby constantly. And yes, you help out with your child. You do all that stuff. You're both raising your kids. But I wish somebody had said, hey, focus on Megan, make sure she's ready to go, because I didn't know what I was doing. I was young and dumb and just trying to figure out what I was doing. But I got this new job in ministry, and I'm trying to figure all that out. And yeah, it was just kind of it was turbulent.
Yeah, it was challenging.
But we made it.
I think it was the first time you slept on the couch, right?
It was one of the first times I probably.
Yeah.
And last time.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You guys?
I sleep on the couch all the time.
Because you're in trouble.
No, because I snore when I'm sick. Yeah, so for us, kids enter the picture.
So I guess almost 5 years of marriage, we had Charlie, and that shook us like significantly.
I was working full time at a very demanding position as a middle school pastor.
Yeah, and then postpartum, depression, anxiety, all kinds of stuff hit. And Charlie's delivery was not good.
Yeah.
Like it was just not good at all.
Yeah.
So that was already like just layers and layers and layers and layers. And then being tied to a baby. And then I quit the salon. I guess I worked a little bit after he was born. And then that it's hard to balance. You can balance it, but it's really hard. And then finally I just quit.
Yeah, we did the math, and financially, like, we could make it work. Got to make sacrifices, but we did it. And I think our biggest thing was the demands of travel and events and long nights, and all of those things were really eating into us spending time and being intentional after kids. It's true. I mean, kids in the picture change everything. And it's so funny, you have those videos of people whose friends have children, and they're trying to plan something, and they're like, oh, we can't because the baby's sick. And then they're having their secret conversation like, I can't believe that they're canceling on us because of the like it just.
But it's true.
It's true. I mean, it's life. Your life completely changes, and then we had Chandler really quickly. Our second really.
They're
quickly.
17 months apart.
Yeah, it was like super fast. Yeah. So then we had 2 under 2 for a minute, and that was
and then
tough.
you were gone right after Chandler was born. He was in Guatemala, and we ended up in the hospital. She was a newborn.
Yeah, she was in the hospital, and I got there. She was a couple weeks old, and I was reluctant to go, but I ended up going, and I was trying everything to get home. Like, the fastest way I could leave, I'd have to take like tuk-tuks, these little motorcycles, to get to the airport, and it'd be like Home Alone. I'd get to the house an hour before everybody else because I'd have to do all these connections and stuff. So I ended up staying. It was miserable. Like, we did good work down there in our mission trip, but my mind was not there.
Tough.
She had a hole in her heart, but she's good now.
Yeah, she had a little hole.
Yeah, definitely.
She's way good now.
Yeah.
Like, and then we had a little gap, and then we had Chapman. I think when Chapman came in, I was more prepared, but it was very difficult season, just where we're at. And, talking about serving Meg, like, that was making sure I can do whatever. I was telling Charlie, my oldest, one of the shows that we watched was The Office. And I would stay up till 2, 3 with Chapman just to make sure she can get some sleep, but I would just watch The Office. And Charlie remembers the theme song, and he's like, every time I hear the theme song, I just think of Grapevine, like where we lived.
Yeah.
So, but we did better,
Yeah.
and it was good. But
Yeah.
so fast forward, and
Well, we
Yeah,
had
y'all
6
have
years
Riley.
between our kids, and then we had Riley too when we moved
Not
to Texas.
17 months.
So.
yeah,
No. We waited a little longer. Yeah.
yeah.
So.
Space them out.
So fast forward to now, like what for you guys right now you would say is like this is the sweet time of marriage. This is what's working for us. You don't have to divulge any challenges, but let's keep it positive.
Sure.
What are some sweet moments? What's working? What are you enjoying right now after almost 20 years?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. I mean, there's been moments where you get new revelations, I feel like, in your marriage. And for us, I feel like one of the bigger moments was, I don't know if it was like year 13 or 14 or something like that, where we just realized like, well, for me, it was like, the things that I'm not very good at in life, like she's great at. Like, she's fantastic at being thoughtful, at being spontaneous, at all of those things. And that like, but it would drive me crazy. And I feel like first it was like we were butting heads. And the things that she's not very, very good at, like we realized like, I'm actually pretty good at some of those things. I'm very like type A, driven, organized, disciplined, got to do it a certain way. And for a while, those things were kind of like bumping heads and whatnot. But then we realized that, hey, wait a minute, those are actually assets that God put us together for a reason. And we're supposed to like complement one another and help one another. And so when we stopped looking at them as differences and like, that's an issue, whatever, and going like, okay, thank you, help me, sharpen me. How do I be more generous with my time and with our finances, hun? And how can I be more thoughtful? Like we started to realize like, okay, we can walk together in that. So that's like one of the immediate ones that come.
Yeah, and walking through a lot of those challenges really forged a deeper bond for us. Like, and so the sweet fruit of that right now is we're not absent of walking through hard things right now, but there is a deeper spiritual intimacy and emotional intimacy that we've gotten to experience, and it's a sweet season of the ages of our kids too. I was thinking about it the other day though, and I was like, it's kind of sweet and salty because it's sweet. They're at really ages where they are autonomous and they can do things on their own, and so that helps, right, with parenting. But also it's like they're starting to get, into the like some attitude and some things that we're having to navigate, sweet and sour kind of thing. So anyway, it's fun though. It makes
and Logan's about to start driving, so that's gonna change the world for us.
Yeah.
And I say, us moving from Illinois to here to Texas, like on our own, away from all of our family, that was another huge like, hey, it's us versus the world kind of a thing. We better figure it out.
Yeah.
You figure it out or you don't.
Yeah. And we just have a lot of fun. We laugh a lot. We make fun of each other. Like my sarcasm that I brought in, from a lot of different things has turned into like, it's been funny. Like we take it together more now.
It's a love language.
It is a love language. I love sarcasm.
Yeah.
It's my
How
favorite.
about you guys? What do
Yeah, Jen, today, what are some sweet things?
Are we doing okay
about
today?
I think, today we're great.
Today was good. Today's a good day.
Today's a good day.
Just today.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't sleep on the couch last
You
night.
did not, but you did snore.
No.
But I just let you.
I bought a mouthpiece thing I'm going to try out.
Oh my gosh. Whatever. No, I think like right now we're in a good spot, but I think probably like up until year 7, that was rough. Just trying to navigate kids and life and jobs and just everything. 7 was hard. And then kind of after that, after we made it, then I don't know. I guess our motto now is like the Lord has never failed us. So why would he let us, I don't know, why would he fail us now in the things that we're going through whenever we can look back at all these things that we've already walked through and he's been at the front.
Yeah.
So.
The Lord's not going to be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I've done enough for the Cooleys.
Yeah, they're done.
Like
They can
he's
do it.
he's still going to be faithful. And a couple years ago I was challenged, but so many other things. And for me, some of the sweet moments is how can I serve her? And so trying to race to the back of the line and find ways. When I first started, she just thought I was up to stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
An agenda.
I had an agenda or was just trying to get something out of it. But I do try, I'm not perfect at it, but I do try to find ways to see little things or do little things to make your life easier and be more aware of those things. Like the other night, we cooked and did everything.
Oh my gosh, you
and,
clean the kitchen.
and I just cleaned the kitchen. Didn't like, but in my head, I wasn't doing it for any other reason. Be like, this is one less thing she has to worry about.
That was nice.
And like making coffee, like when I remember,
Yeah.
and so to have that, like I'm just trying to find ways to serve her or think about, you know, filling her car up or different stuff that I can do to make life easier. She's come around to where I'm not trying to pull anything.
good.
I'm not trying to do points. I just want to serve.
That's great.
You. And,
I do feel like
Yeah.
now specifically, maybe like the last like year and a half ish, like we are definitely like on the same team, working for the same toward the same goal as far as like our kids and our family as a whole. But we have two very different jobs.
yeah.
But
That's kind of
Still.
our motto is like, hey, I'm your teammate.
yes,
I'm on your team.
yeah.
Like we constantly say that to each other.
Which you guys are so good. No wonder you're our spouse because you're a perfect segue into the next part
Didn't plan that.
of
None of this is planned.
of the podcast. Yeah. No, this next
didn't
part.
get notes on this today.
This next part is planned. So you know, I wanted the audience, those of you listening, hope you're still with us. Like, yeah, those people are crazy. But we wanted just to kind of share, give you a peek into real life, who we are. You know, yes, we want to give practical resources and talk about those things, but we want to just kind of share. But we want to end with a practical resource and let the audience kind of peek behind the curtain a little.
Sure.
So I wrote this article. When did I write this? A while back. I think
Yeah.
September. And I want us to talk through it. Y'all have not seen this. Meg's seen it. But it's all about parenting as a team. So 5 keys to parenting as a team. Which y'all have brought up.
There you go.
You know, we are a team, and these 5 keys I want us to hit on, and then maybe give some insights for us as we put this together. When this launches, hopefully we'll have this article out and available. But it is a imperative for us to keep the team mindset. We are on the same team. We are fighting for the same goals. We're trying to accomplish the same tasks. So, number 1 key to parenting as a team is unity. Unity. Children thrive when parents are unified. Joe, what do you think about that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's a no-brainer. You have to have a unified front when you're doing things. Your kids have to know that you're unified. You know, I love Brad Flurry, our executive pastor here. He always says, God, a marriage, kids. And the kids need to know that's the order. That's the pecking order of where they're at.
Yeah.
And so if they know, hey, we're in unified front, it doesn't mean you go to mom and mom says no, and then, oh, okay, I can go to dad and dad's going to say yes. You know, we're on the same page. And you mentioned, you know, before we even started talking about goals, like you have to have your goals and know what your what those are before, so that you can be unified. So I don't know if we want to get into that, but what would you say?
Yeah, I think too, and it doesn't always mean that you're in complete agreement on everything.
That's right.
But there is this respect in unity and going, we are on the same team, and so we are going to, you know, be a united front. And it's okay for our kids to understand that, like, we may disagree about it a little bit, but ultimately we make a decision together, and that's what we go with, you know. And I think
Actually, one of the most practical things I feel like in terms of unity, there will be times where I'll be coming home and Megan will send me a text, hey, Logan had a bad day, you know, or it's a rough day for Riley. Just so you know when you walk in, like, just be aware of that, so that I can come in like ready to be it was like she's giving me a heads up, and so we're unified. We know, hey, how we're going to be that night. That's been huge. I've done it too for you.
Yeah.
That's been good.
or the communication
Yeah.
in bringing unity. Yeah,
It's good.
Anything from you, Jen? Unity?
No, I don't think so. Maybe,
Yeah, go ahead.
I think in becoming unified, like having those hard conversations, some of them like in front of your kids, so that they know like we're not always on the same page. Like it takes work
Yeah.
for us to be on the same page.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we tell our kids all the time, like, whatever you ask mom, we're going to talk about it.
Yes.
Like, we don't play the, let me go ask dad. Dad will let me do this, or let me go ask mom.
Yeah.
Because our response whenever our kids kind of do that, can I have a Diet Coke or whatever, or cookie? My response is, have you already asked mom? Just to double
or
check.
What did dad say?
Exactly. Like, well, just to double check to go, like, because there's been so many times where the kids will do that, and I'll say, yeah, sure, whatever, you can have that. And
Did you tell me?
yeah. And Jen's like, I told them they couldn't,
I
blah,
said
blah, blah.
no.
Yeah.
And they conveniently leave that information out,
Yes.
you know, or like they'll even just say part of what you said,
Yes.
like, you know,
Yeah.
and then I'll go to Joe and be like, did you say? He's like, no, that's not even what I said.
Yeah.
So,
We're onto them.
Number one is unity. There's some research that has found that when parents show a unified front, kids feel more secure and more safe in the home. And so when there's not as much them walking on eggshells, knowing mom and dad are on the same team. I don't know how many times I tell my kids, you talk about that order, like not to talk to my wife that way. And so they know very clearly, like, you respect my wife. Like, I'm not going to let a stranger say those things. You're not either. So that's the first one. Number two is resilience. I love the word resilience. It's one of my words for my life and my heart. But parenting requires the ability to bounce back from challenges. Thoughts?
Yeah.
all of them.
All of them.
No.
Yeah.
It is good. Resilience. That's something that I think we've seen increasingly in just today's culture and society, especially Western culture. Like resilience has thinned so much for everyone, especially for our kids. And so I think just as a married couple, you know, modeling resiliency and you know, like being real in front of your kids. I mean, obviously you're not disclosing everything, but
Right.
being real in front of your kids, like we are experiencing, you know, challenges and different things that come up. And this is how God is working us through it and walking us through it. And this is how we're navigating and getting back up together as a unified front.
Yeah, and what I would add too is just it's not just resilience for your kids. It takes resilience to build resilience. And what I mean is, like, as parents, I've noticed, like, this year, Logan, our oldest, has had some things that's been difficult for him. He's wanted to throw in the towel. He's wanted to quit, whatnot. And it's everything in me to just fight and just be like, okay, no, you can do this. We don't quit. Landy's never quit. That's part of what like our family motto and whatnot. But it's taken some resilience for me, you know, to watch him go through some difficult times, because I just want to fix it for him. I just want to, like, well, yeah, quit. You know, this is dumb. Whatever. You shouldn't have to do this. Da da da. But I know that in the long run, his resilience is going to serve him well. But it's been challenging for me personally.
Yeah. And reminding each other, like helping each other towards resilience when you
What's the
feel
big
that,
picture
like,
here?
you know, you get that gut feeling when something happens to your kid and you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. A resilient parenting team doesn't give up or blame one another. They adapt, learn, and keep moving. I think that's a huge one as a team to model that for our kids. So that's number two. Number three, Jenn, is shared responsibility. We just had this conversation, getting Chandler ready for cheer.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah. What did we talk about?
I don't remember.
Glad we
I don't
communicated.
remember in regards to cheer.
Yeah, all our paperwork. And
Oh,
stuff.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So we were talking about, like, just filling out the paperwork for rank 1 and, like, all the uploading stuff and, like, all of, I guess, the behind the scenes that you have to do for sports in our district, that he has no clue. Like,
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you logins, their school ID number.
yeah, school ID numbers,
Any of that stuff.
or their
She asked me the other day.
their
She's like,
pediatrician.
yeah. Well, I know. So maybe.
Maybe.
But like we were talking about it, of like, that's why we're a team. Like,
Yes.
Like I take care of things
Yes.
that you don't know, but we don't keep score of who does what. You know. So the shared responsibility is like, this is how this works
Yes.
for us.
And you, the other day, like, doing the dishes, like, you didn't do that to be like, oh my gosh, I did the dishes. And I don't really think, oh my gosh, he did it one time. He's never going to do it again. Like,
Yeah.
it's a shared thing.
Yeah.
the dishes.
Yeah.
And the laundry.
And the laundry and making the coffee and not mowing the grass. You just do that.
Yeah. Well, I won't let you do that. I said my wife. I will never have a wife that mows the grass.
Yeah, no doubt.
Maybe
I'm
that's
with
a
you.
prideful
Yeah,
man
maybe
thing
that,
I need to
know.
pray about.
Yeah,
but
I'm with you though.
I'm not letting her ever
She does do that.
grass.
Not in a
weeds.
bad
She
way,
can help me pull
though.
weeds.
No,
I'm
no.
capable.
You are capable. I'm not saying that, but
They help us pull weeds. I don't
yeah,
mind that.
it's
But not
she
mowing.
does do some weeds. But anyways, so share responsibility. Meg, you were about to say something.
Well, I just think picking up just wherever there's a need, right? Understanding
Yes.
like we're not keeping score, and that whole keeping score thing. I think we've talked about this a lot at Empowered Homes and different things when it comes to marriage and parenting, and I think it's easy to like get that list in your head of the things that I've done this, haven't you noticed? And part of that is being seen, so showing appreciation for what your spouse does that maybe you don't do, or even if it's like it's just a normal part of their day and that's what they do, showing appreciation for it. And then also like if you feel like maybe it's the load is a little off or unfair, if you're going through different seasons, it's that communication up front and going, okay, we're going into a season where I know this is going to be a heavy load for you. Okay, let's talk about, okay, where can we help each other rather than just let the list kind of linger on.
Yeah, when she's busy, I tell her I'll babysit the kids. It's not a problem.
And now we're marriage conflict. Let's get into
Don't say that.
Don't say
man.
that.
You don't babysit your
Yeah,
kids.
Not
Your
at all.
own children.
The shared responsibility. But I mean, talking about uploading all this stuff, like I was saying that, like, thank you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have to
absolutely.
think it. Like,
Yeah.
if I was a single dad, I'd probably figure it out. But good grief, like,
It's
yeah,
a lot.
I love my team.
And like all of the sports stuff for next year is due, and then all of the like classes for next year are already due.
Oh, for like the next 5 years.
For the
you
next
have to
5
decide.
yes,
Yeah.
to graduate. Our 8th grader
We've
needs
gotta
to get
pick
his
their
graduation
college.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. So Meg, you mentioned it, communication. That's number 4, like clear communication, working as a team. You guys played sports, me playing sports. Jen, you swam,
I did.
which you can't communicate to someone swimming. But any team
Solo sport.
any team I've been on, like communication is key. I've coached all the kids.
You can grab an ankle.
Yeah. I've coached all the kids and the teams that were successful, man, we could communicate well. And so, but communication when it comes to parenting as a team is the backbone to healthy parenting. And you've already alluded to it of like these seasons and the things that are going on, having check-in meetings and powwows. And I wrote on here, find ways where you communicate the best. And we talk a lot about rhythms and all of that. For us, the best conversations we have is when we take a road trip to go antiquing or go drive around to different Goodwills, and we're just in a car. We have car time. We can talk about different stuff,
Right.
just because we're together. But what does communication look like for y'all?
Yeah, we love road trip car time. We do a lot of dreaming in the car.
Yep.
We try to schedule a meeting or at least some sort of connection point every week to talk about the schedule. And when we don't, we kind of feel it, like because we sort of like are missing different parts of the day, and so being on the front end of that rather than reactive really helps when we do it well. And communicating as a united front, but then also we've talked about this too, communicating things that are happening to your kids. We still need to improve on helping them understand what's coming
Yep.
throughout the week and the month. But
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I agree. And just learning what best, when to communicate to your spouse, when's the best time, when not to communicate, the tone to use when you're communicating to your spouse. Tone is huge, So all those little things, but just being able to talk about it. And again, it always goes back to, I'm on your team, especially for communication.
Yeah.
Like, as if you hear something wrong or misinterpret something, hey, what I hear you saying is this.
Yeah.
And then they can go, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I mean. We were joking the other day. We were doing a class, and I'll leave my shoes in the back door, and she'd be like, you need to move your shoes. And I'll say, like, they're by the back door. What I hear you saying is you don't love me anymore, and you don't, no,
So
I just want you to move your shoes.
no, but you literally put them, and then when you open the door, they they don't let you open the door all the way because then they smash against the wall. You've been doing that for years.
For years.
Yeah.
And you've been overlooking.
Almost 20 years.
See, we're communicating. Right?
Communicate. Yeah. Healthy communication. I'm not going to open up Jenn to talk about anything that she's communicated to me on, because we'll be here all day. But clear communication allows our kids to see and learn how to navigate relationships with honesty and respect. And so how we model this, it matters. Our kids are watching everything.
Absolutely.
And how we communicate to each other, our kids, I've seen this from time to time, but I've definitely seen this in other kids, especially kids I've coached. They'll talk to me in a certain way. I'm like, where'd you learn how to do that?
Yeah, tone.
And then I'll watch how their parents are interacting. I'm like, oh, that's where they learned it.
Yeah.
And so, making sure we're aware of that as we communicate. And the last one, as we close, the fifth key for parenting as a team is we got to know the playbook. And what I mean by that is the playbook is a set of values, priorities, mission, vision of how we want to raise our kids, but how we want our family to be, and what we want our family to become. And so we just did an episode on the playbook or our mission, vision, and values, and guiding with purpose. So I won't get into that too much. We will link the last episode. Go back and listen to that one. But having a plan, having a playbook for what you're trying to accomplish is huge to work as a team. Because if we don't have values as a whole family, if we haven't talked about those values, then I may have my priorities and values, you may have yours, and that's just going to cause conflict if we're not on the same page or the same playbook, running the same plays. And so parenting as a team is not about being perfect. We're not perfect parents, but with unity, resilience, shared responsibility, clear communications, and a shared playbook, you can navigate challenges with strength and lead your children with confidence. And so this article, we'll finish it up and polish it up, and it'll be attached to this episode. But thanks for giving me some insight. I'm going to add some of y'all's thoughts with this. So we just had a real-life brainstorming session on a new practical resource for Empowered Homes. So, Jenn, thanks for being a part of this episode.
Thanks for stalking me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah. Hey.
Now I get to track you.
Yes. Now she just tracks me.
That's
on
true.
Yeah,
If they
isn't
had that
that
technology,
I would be-
I would have been in trouble.
I would not have allowed you to see where I was at. Anyways, Joe, thanks for your time.
Absolutely,
And those of you watching,
Listening.
or listening.
That was watching.
Watching. I just merged two words. Watching. If you're watching or listening, you want more resources, if you want to hear more about us, you can find all of that at empoweredhomes.org.